Fury. Do you even know where you are?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm back from Gamescom 2018 and I'm here to talk about Darksiders 3, not Darkstalkers. God damn it, I keep seeing Darkstalkers instead of Siders. Yeah, I'm here to talk about Darksiders 3. Now before we get into things, I just want to say that I'm going to be using footage from Gematsu. The reason for that is the footage that I recorded was on my laptop, which, as I mentioned in a previous video, got stolen. So the footage of that and, for instance, Dead or Alive 6 are gone. So instead of off-screen gameplay of Darksiders 3, I'm just gonna upload some Ori footage. But yeah, with that said, let's get into it. So my history with Darksiders is very minimal. I played a bit of Darksiders 1 and nothing of 2, but I know a friend who talked a lot about Darksiders 2. And yeah, no, Darksiders 3 seems to be continuing Darksiders' Zelda traditions. But as far as combat goes, it's a little more concerning, I guess. Combat in Darksiders 3 was very, very simplistic, like extremely simplistic. The main name of the game was dodging and doing your attack. Combos were done by pressing X, 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 and that's about it. And you didn't even need to do that. You could just hold the X button. Now, my presumption is, since Darksiders 2 has like a really in-depth and interesting combat system, that I think the only reason the combat is so simple and so mindless in this one, that it's just because I didn't have any other items. I'm presuming all the items you get later in the game will be used as weapons to vary things up in a gameplay, in a combat. But since we didn't have any items, it was very, very basic. It was just like, hold the X button, see, is it Fury? See Fury do sick combos, and that's about it. Dodge when an enemy attacks, and that's the extent of the combat. And for the rest, there wasn't really that much that could be shown. There was like a small area with a boss fight, and that's basically about it. It's actually a really bad demo. It didn't show off any of the quote-unquote Zelda aspects of the Darksiders series. It just showed off some areas in combat and a bit of narrative. The demo itself was taking place in like Ruined Earth. I think it was a parking lot or something like it. And we fought one of the deadly sins. If you look at one of the trailers, you can see it. It's like the old crazy hag that looks like a bird thingy. And yeah, the boss battle is just of her. It's just mainly avoid, attack, and once you're done, she's gonna fly up in the air and do a little bit of platforming. And yeah, you kill her, and that's it. And by then the demo is over. So honestly, there's not that much to say. Do I think Darksiders is going to be bad? No, absolutely not. I think this is going to be a good game. I'm questioning if the combat is going to be any deeper than what it is right now, because it's kind of boring. But I'm also presuming the reason why it was boring is because there weren't any other weapons or items I had unlocked yet, because it's a demo build. So I just want to take the time real quick to just say I'm really happy this game actually exists. By all means, this game shouldn't exist. Darksiders 1 and 2 were great, but the problem was that THQ, which published the games, went bankrupt, and nobody bought the Darksiders IP. Of all the IPs THQ owned, everyone was like, someone needs to get Darksiders, and no one fucking did. So like a year or 2 years later, a company suddenly is like, oh, we're THQ Nordic now, and they're trying to buy all the old THQ IPs. Even shit like their old SpongeBob games were bought. They recently bought Time Splitters, which is really fucking cool. But yeah, they're kind of right now. I'm really happy with what THQ is doing, and they're quickly becoming a really interesting publisher. Besides the fact that Darksiders 3 is a thing, we're seeing Biomutant, which is a very PlayStation 2-esque game. It's something you would see in that generation, but something you certainly wouldn't expect to see nowadays. But here we are with a game like that getting the treatment it deserves. So I just want to say props to THQ Nordic for doing some good shit, and I hope Darksiders 3 turns out to be a great game. Like I said, I usually upload raw gameplay footage, but that's not going to happen this time. If you want to see the footage that I'm using here, I'll link to Gematsu's video. And if you want to have some impressions of other games at Gamescom 2018, hang in there, I'm making some more.